Tim's kinda dumb. Let's help him get smart. It's time to teach Tim stuff. Hey, welcome to Time to Teach Tim. I got Seth Ruddick here.
Hello.
Seth, what are you going to teach me today?
I'm going to teach you, Tim, how to count cards.
Ooh, finally.
Yeah.
I've been looking for a side hustle.
We all need a side hustle in this world of side hustles. So do you, have you played blackjack before?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you know the strategy to like how to play? Like, did you know that there's a special way you're supposed to play?
I know like the basic rules, like you should hit on any 6 or like 16.
Okay.
You always assume that the dealer has a 10.
There you go. Okay.
You only I've been told you only double if the dealer is showing a 6 or lower,
depending on what kind of card you got. Yeah.
Yeah.
So but that's good that you got that foundation down. So
you know how I learned that?
how'd you learn that?
By fucking it up.
Yeah, they'll let you know at the table.
Oh my
They
god.
will certainly let you know. Yeah.
So we used to do this thing called Shack Jack.
Okay.
So what it is there's like a pool of people.
Just like buddies or something.
No.
Oh, okay.
Strangers.
Strangers, okay.
There's like 30 machines.
Okay.
And you're playing versus one dealer.
Okay.
And the dealer deals 3 hands, and you select which hand you're playing before.
I've played that on like online stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then-
Yeah.
Holy, you get like 20 people mad at you
Yeah.
because you hit, and they're like, "What the fuck?"
But that's oh yeah, man. Like I always hated because I did it for like like 8 months or something like that. Just like going to the casino every day after work and like fucking like working at it. Yeah, man. Those people.
Dude.
And the casinos I was going to, I would either go to Turning Stone, which is up at like near I'd say Syracuse. It's like out past Syracuse.
Yeah.
Or the other one, which was closer, was Yellow Brick Road, which like that's where the hood would gamble.
Okay.
So I would have literally, it would be this lawyer Dave next to me, and then like the rest of the table would be drug dealers, like paying in with like 1s and 5s and shit.
Yeah, he was their lawyer.
Probably, honestly. Hey, what's up, Dave? How you doing? But yeah, man, like if you fuck up, so there's a perfect strategy. That's what it's called. You play all the moves right.
Yeah.
That's like the second thing you got to find out.
But even like when you're playing that strategy, aren't you still technically in the? You're not like positive. You're not like above 50%.
You're not doing exactly. Yeah. You're still. I think it comes out like you're like 48% or 49, something like that. Card counting gets you like an extra 2%, so it puts you up to like 51, 52. But like it's crazy how you see the returns. Like when they do start coming in, you're like, oh my god, this thing fucking works. Yeah. So counting the cards. Do you know what any of that entails?
So I've seen videos that like you end up watching because they're visually satisfying.
100%. Yeah. Blackjack Apprenticeship was my favorite on fucking YouTube. Yeah. Taught me how to play. Yeah. Yeah.
I know you assign a value of like +1 or -1 to them.
Correct. So 2 through 6. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are all +1 cards.
All right.
So anytime you see that card, you add 1.
All right.
To this magical count that's going on. Aces and 10s are your -1 cards. So anytime you see them, you subtract 1.
All right.
And then 7, 8, and 9 are neutral. So they're nothing.
Oh, they're 0.
0.
All right.
Yeah. So in a deck, every deck counts down to 0. So with every plus and minus, they all come down to 0. All these decks I have for us now have been zeroed out. But that's amazing. You already know that. So
I knew a little bit.
okay, so let's just give you a clump of cards
All right.
and count them. This will be horrible for the podcast, but I'm.
Do you want me to like just go 1, 2, 3? How many there are? Or
I want
like,
you
when
to
you say count
as in assign a numerical value to it, and then get me the total of the cards that you have.
without telling you?
You can tell me. It doesn't matter. I want to see if you can do it. If you can figure it out. Because we're going to put it to the test in a little bit.
So that's -1.
Yep.
2 + 1.
So you're at what?
1. No, 0.
There you go. I would say D1 or 1. So if I'm down 1 or just regular, just because
smart.
remember you're doing this as the game is going.
Yeah, I wouldn't mentally be able to.
Oh yeah, that's where it gets fun.
Yeah.
It really gets fun. So what are you at? You're at 0. I apologize.
So D1, 0, up 1, up 2. Up 3. These are all in order.
They are. I know. I didn't shuffle that deck.
Up 4. Neutral.
So you're at.
Up 4.
You're still at 4. Yep.
Up 4. Up 4.
Yep.
-1. Up 3. Up 2. Up 1. 0. Oh, the 2 is in front, so...
See?
Up 1.
There you go.
0. And then this random 10. So -1.
So that's at
down
-1. Okay. So what does the positive and negative mean? Like, do you understand what that'll mean? So, okay, so you got the count going. What can you do with that -1, plus whatever the fuck?
All right, so I'm assuming, so if you have a lot of face cards that have already been put out, you'll be in a negative.
Yes.
So that is when you would not want to bet.
There you go. Or you would want to, as a matter, they call it wonging out. You want to get the fuck out of the table.
Oh.
Like, they're totally cool with it. You can just get up and leave. It was this dude, like, something Wong came up with it. So, like, they call it wonging in and wonging out, which is hilarious.
This is also going to be very good for the podcast.
Oh, fuck.
So wonging out. So, like, what number would they say you wong out at?
So, I think it's, like, once you get to, like, a -2, they're usually like, all right, it's not going to be worth your time because you're paying rent at the table every hand.
Yeah.
You got to pay whatever the minimum is. So by getting up and getting the fuck out of there, you're resetting everything. You go find another table. Usually wait until the shoe is has ended.
Yeah.
Wait till they start up again, and then start from scratch. Or if you feel like what I would do, which was nuts, I would get up and then leave and then just start counting at a table. And you can kind of see how far into the deck they are.
Yeah.
So you're like, because in a casino, they usually play with like 5 to 7 decks, depending on where you're at. So you can kind of see, you're like, oh, she just started this. Fuck it, I'm going to start counting now and just... Maybe I'll tack on a -1 or something, which is like mathematically, they're like, no, like that's not what you're supposed to do at all. But if you see like a lot of low number cards coming, usually the table is getting like mad and shit because they're, oh, what the fuck, we want more 10s and 8s. It's like, dog, they're coming.
They're coming.
They're coming. You gotta wait, like hunker down. They're really coming.
You have paid the rent.
Yeah,
and
man.
now, yeah.
Okay, fuck yeah. So you know how to count. So that's great. And I didn't even have to teach him, folks.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. I could keep going.
It's that fucking easy.
You know, it's one of the dumb jokes I do. Like, you have to like give out free tickets after a show. If there's a big group, I'm like, how many are you? And they go, oh, we're 8. And I'm like, I don't know if I can count that high.
Does it get a good response?
It always gets a laugh.
It gets something from oh, you're not on the show, are you?
No, this is usually after the show.
Yeah.
And then they're like, wow, I guess his written stuff is a lot better than his dancer.
It's improv. Dude, I had somebody... You ever heard people give you tags that aren't comics?
Yeah.
It's so nice. I had that after Helium. It was weeding.
Whoa.
It was weeding out the stone, but it was at Helium.
Oh, yesterday?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was great.
Yeah,
it was so much fun. I had a blast. I sang Ghost Town, fucking the specials. Then there was 2 people up front that actually knew what the song was.
Yeah.
And everybody else was like, the fuck? Grubard loved it. But no, it was great. But I told some bit about like Indian food, and then they're like, hey, you should curry diaper. That's what you should say up there. I'm like, why? But of course, I'm like, oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. It's so funny. Yeah. Fucking idiots.
You should. My favorite is when like someone who like listens to you, like, oh, I should be a comic.
Yeah.
And then they just say just the most racist things they can think
of. It's usually what I push them to say.
Yeah.
I gotta thin this herd out.
I'm like, ooh, Seth wrote for him.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. So we know how to count. You know how to play strategy. Do you oh, okay. So the true count. So that's what we just figured out was the true count. Yeah. So that's as the stuff's coming out. Okay, he's got this. Because remember, it's probably not going to just be you at the table. There'll be a shitload of other people, 3-4 other people playing 2 fucking hands and shit. And you got to just fucking watch those cards like a hawk.
Yeah.
Which luckily, you're in a casino and everybody's a degenerate gambler. So like luck and like weird like things like that. People like, oh yeah, he's got to see what cards come out and fucking, so they don't like question that. And it's also not illegal to card count, by the way.
Yeah,
Let's put that out there. It's just you're thinking about the thing, and they don't like that when you think.
That's why they give you alcohol and pump oxygen into the.
Man, dude, I never drank like when I would gamble, but they would always go, oh, just like try to drop stuff. I'm like, nah, dude, no, you're gonna fuck me up, man.
We used to go like with a sober crew of us.
Oh yeah, sure.
And they'd just be like, can I get a water?
Club soda?
Like,
yeah.
The fuck?
Get the fuck out of
Why?
here. Yeah, we're losing money on these guys. Yeah, man. Because when I was gambling, it was right during COVID. It was like right before it started, and then like all throughout it. I was pretty much just fucking
taking that government money and trying to double it.
It was even worse. My dad died, and it was the money that I got from him. I did pretty good with it, too.
Well, from what I know about your dad, I think he would be happy.
Oh, he would have been so happy, dude. These cards that we're playing with, I was telling you before, but now we're going to act like this is organic, and we're telling it for the first time.
Why don't you tell me about these cards?
These cards, you say. These cards, they fucking, I got, like, poker chips for, like, a Christmas present. And I'm like, oh, shit, I'll bring those over for... Stop hamming it up. This is for them. This is for the 45 viewers out there.
There was just one person 45 times.
But I'm like, oh, fuck, I'll bring those over for Tim. We'll use those. And I'm looking at the date on these playing cards. And it's 2004. So that means crazy. I got poker chips in 2004 for a Christmas present. I was born in 1995.
You're born in 95?
Who the fuck gets 9-year-old poker chip set? A degenerate gambler. That's what. Dude, he used to own a racehorse. Did I ever tell you that? Like my mom didn't know until he died, and we're going through all his shit. And he's there's a card for Vernon Downs, and it's like a jockey card, or not a jockey card, but like a horse owner card, like a stable card. She's like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, yeah, that's when he owned a horse. She's like, what the fuck? When did he own that? I'm like, 72, I guess. I don't know. He fucking just fancied himself a horse owner, I guess.
That's so funny.
Dude, but that's what the kind of shit I come from. The kind of muck.
That's kind of like an ultimate degenerate. Not owning a horse, but not telling your wife you own a horse.
It was a previous marriage. He's like, why would I bring that shit up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking old shit.
Don't want her getting her claws.
In the fucking rainy day. Yeah. Fucking pie oh my. Oh my god.
My oh my, good racehorse name.
Yeah, pie oh my is what I said.
Pie oh my?
That was the fucking one in Sopranos. Come on.
I never saw Sopranos.
Oh, all right.
We just lost 45 viewers.
I'm not rewatching this again. No, fuck, man. But okay, what were we talking about? Oh, true. Okay, yeah. So that was the true count that we found out as the shit's going on. But as the decks run low, that number is different. So like oh no, that was the running count we found out. Sorry.
All right.
That was the running count. True count is where you divide that count that we found by the amount of decks that are left. So if you're at a running 2 and there's still 6 decks left, you're really at a negative, I don't know, point, whatever the fuck. I don't know math. But it ain't a great percentage. But if you're at a 2 and there's only 2 decks left, now you're at a running 1. So that means you have a higher percentage of tens and fucking all that nonsense coming out.
It's probably important to note, because this is something that always messed me up. If you're running against a table that, say, they use 5 decks, those all get shuffled together, right?
Yeah.
So it's not just like, oh, this is going to be, all the spades. Right.
Yep. So it'll be...
It's not separated per deck. It's all together.
I was such a fucking... I would get there when the casinos would open. So...
they have an opening?
Yeah. During COVID, it was dark times. They had to close down and then open back up at 10.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, the Yellow Brick Road anyways. Like, they're like, we gotta... These fucking meth heads. We can't be open at all these hours. And the other thing about Yellow Brick Road, it's a casino, but it's literally in like a plaza. Like there's a grocery store next to it. And it's like, so like if you're a big winner, just know, like you just go and it's like, yeah, go, good luck. Like fucking, we had no security to escort you out.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that's why I'd love to gamble. I'd love gambling there.
That's where it's real.
Oh, brother. Fuck, I had a story I was going to tell.
Running count, true count,
nah.
Yellow Brick Road. Are you debating whether it is airable?
No, not that. It was all airable. All the stuff. It's just not. Should it be aired? We've already lost everybody.
Yeah, yeah. We're 17 minutes in. My mom stopped watching.
No, it was something to do with the casino, but whatever. I'll come back to it. So we got the running count, got the true count, and then betting comes into it. But the betting spreads, I always played it fast and loose with the betting. They're like, that's like, you're supposed to, that's based off of like your budget and everything, and then like your finances. So like, it's weird to fact, but it's like a spread. Like you're not supposed to go past like, I think it's like a 1 to 5 betting spread or something like that. So you'll like 5 times the amount of money of your minimum bet is like the most you'll ever put out. And that's like, all right. If it's like a +6 and there's a fucking like, there's nothing but heat coming. Which I've also lost a fucking lot of money doing that. But because counting cards, which a lot of people are like, oh, I know that an ace is coming right now. It's like, yeah, sure, but you don't know if it's coming to you or the dealer. So like it's never a sure thing. Yeah. But it does give you an advantage over somebody that doesn't. That's what I was going to talk about. There we go. I was at Yellow Brick Road and I had just wonged out because the table was horrible. It was like middle of the shoe, and it was like a -4. Or something, -5, like a true count. So it was horrible. Yeah. Nothing coming. Yeah. This dude sits down. He's like, about time I can get a seat. And I'm like, all right, let's watch this guy. Man, he starts betting 2 hands at $100 a piece. And then he loses it right away. And then he doubles it. He goes 200 on each hand. And he loses that. So now that's what, $600 he's lost? Yeah. in 2 turns of blackjack, he's like, come on, dealer, let's go. Smacking the table, starts yelling, and like part of me's like, don't do that. Like, I know.
Wong.
That's not white, brother. That's so Wong.
You're so Wong, dude.
Oh my god. And I must have watched this guy.
But that kind of feels good when he does like a shitty like.
Yeah, because it also it validates that I was right to get the fuck out of there. Yeah. And fuck you for being all like, oh, it's about time. Fuck you, man. I'm working here. Yeah. I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to pay for flood insurance.
This is my smoke break.
I would see people come, like construction workers, come in on a lunch break and play like fucking 5-6 hands. This one dude, his wife was having a baby, And he's like, yeah, she's pregnant. Like, I saw, like, the whole fucking, like, and I'm like, so you gonna be spending more time around the house? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna be spending. I saw him every fucking day. Yeah. I'm like, man.
So my dad, I don't know the specifics of the story, but he would say he had. This is at least what he told me.
Sure, of course. Yeah, hey. My dad owned a racehorse. What are we talking about?
If it was close on rent, but he had a little bit extra,
okay,
he would take the little bit extra, and he had a system for roulette.
Oh,
I was like, Dad,
I love it.
I love you, but you don't have a system for roulette.
I got into like which games like you can actually do. The system for roulette, the only like surefire one is to just blatantly steal chips off the table, or like I think it's called tapping your bet, where after the thing is done, after the bet is won, you fucking put chips on top of it. But that's why they're like hands away. Like, so there were people like in the 70s and 80s that like, they fucking stole so much money. And they're like, yeah, we got caught. And they're like, all right, you can't come back. And they're like, cool.
We're good.
You got it. We're good now. Yeah. But, that's so funny.
That's the one thing I kind of like about gambling.
Yeah.
It's like...
There's some honor amongst that thievery. Yeah.
They're like, you got us.
Yeah.
No lie.
Yep. And
just
like,
get the fuck out,
because they can't. So the thing that they'll always tell you about card counting is like it's not illegal to count cards, but they can refuse service to anybody for any fucking reason. Yeah. So they're like, now get out of here. Why? Because I'm counting cards. It's like, no, because we don't want you to play here anymore.
Yeah, we don't like you.
We don't like you.
That's actually what happened to Wong.
That is what happened to Wong.
We don't like your kind.
There was stories that there's a movie about like this like famous like blackjack dude. I can't remember his name, so he ain't that fucking famous. But he like people would like go in disguises and shit because like they got banned from casinos. Because like when you're making this kind of money, I barely made money.
Yeah.
But like I turned $300 into $3,000 in like a matter of a few months.
Damn.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, like that's a cool feeling to do.
If you have a bankroll behind you that you're going in with.
Yeah. So like that's where the casinos are like, dude, no. Get the fuck out of here.
You're too rich.
Yeah. Well, so when that gets into play, like we don't want you around and shit, you can go to like shitty casinos like I was doing, a lot of the native casinos. That's everything up in New York is run by natives. So they usually don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But those are the places where the horror stories of like, but they'll take you in the back room and fucking tomahawk you and shit. Yeah. Like, because it's their land in the end. Like you see like their goons walking around. Yeah. I wouldn't want to mess with these guys.
Listen, sir, you're in the Wong neighborhood. I'm going to keep going back to that.
No Wongs allowed.
All right, so we know how to get a running count, a true count.
Yep.
We know when we're completely fucked.
To get the fuck out of there.
What do you do when you're in you're in the go moment? Like you would be high, so you'd be like, say you're a +5, 6.
Okay, yep. So then, couple of things you could do. You can raise your bet, which is it's good, but it can also bite you in the ass depending on it. What I like to do when the count got really high is I would split to two, or I would do two hands at the same minimum bet. So I'm still I'm doubling my bet essentially. But I'm playing two games.
Yeah. I was going to say you're also doubling the odds.
The odds.
Yeah.
So when the count got really high, because typically if the table's not full, there'll be like 3 seats or like there's like 6 seats and there's room for people to play two hands and shit. Yeah. So like it's not... when they get mad at you is when you start playing 2 and then you go back to 1 and 2 and 1 and 1. I got yelled at a lot by just people like, come on, you're fucking up the flow of the car, which is all nonsense. It's all, and I'm like, hey man, I don't tell you how to gamble. Don't tell me how to gamble. But you're fucking up the cards for everybody. Look at this. Mei-Ling. Dude, I would know dealers by name. They would, oh, Seth, how you doing today? I wouldn't tip them ever. Never fucking tip them.
Really?
No, it cuts into my profits.
Wow.
Yeah. That's the one place where I don't tip at a fucking, because I would see Dave would fucking tip the goddamn lawyer. Like if he hit on a perfect pair, he'd give him like $300-$400. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like you're tipping for everybody here. I ain't. No. Hang on to that. No, we're not.
You just jump on to Dave's tip.
Yeah. It's from the both of us.
I'm with him.
I'm with him. Dude, I saw him signing checks down at the cage, like trying to get more money. Like 45 minutes after he got there. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
That's the one thing I will always. I'm really good at like I have this much money and this is once I'm out I just sit there.
Yeah. I would leave. I would carry my whole bankroll with me because I liked carrying $3,000 in crisp hundreds from the casino. Whew, baby. Oh. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah. But I would leave it all in the car and bring $300 in. Like that was my playing money every day. $300. Whatever happens to this happens to it. Usually, if I got up to 5, I would get to say my favorite thing, which is color me up. That's where you take your black chips, which are $100 chips, turn it into a $500 chip. Man. Color me up, Mei-Ling. Okay, Seth, here you go. See you tomorrow. Yeah, see you, Mei-Ling.
Oh my God, it seems like she was pretty wonged out.
She was as wonged as they come.
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised you don't tip, though.
I tip literally everywhere else in everything I do. But the casino, that to me, they're already making a shitload of money off of me. The service she's providing me a lot of the times is just taking my money.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna reward you for taking my money.
That'd be funny though what if you tip well and she kind of knows you're counting.
Yep.
And she leaves the cards for an extra second for you.
So there were certain times, okay, show me the burn. That's another phrase. Can I see the burn? So when they do a new shoe, they burn off one card. They just take it out, put it in the thing. If I know what that card is, that's an extra number.
Yeah.
So there are people that wouldn't want to play ball because it's not illegal, but it's also not in the rules that they show it. So they don't want to, they don't have to. Sometimes pit boss, show the burn. Yeah, show them the burn. And when I do it 6 shoes in a row, people are asking, why do you keep looking at the burn? I just like to know.
Yeah.
I just want to know what the card is.
It's a what is it?
An OCD.
Superstition.
Yeah, it's a superstition. Yeah, man.
I never bet when you burn an ace. Or something.
Or I see an ace. That's because my reactions would always be on the cards that came out. I see low cards. I have a horrible hand. I'm like, what's he getting excited for? I'm counting under the table on my hands and shit. Dude, I fucking it's so much fun.
I'm just a fan of sixes.
They're 2 through 6 gets me so excited. Oh, what do you know about splitting? Let's talk about how you actually play blackjack now. Because I do have a perfect strategy chart that I would always swear by.
So you can split on doubles.
Yep. Any 2 of the same card.
And then you can double down on...
You can double down on anything.
You can double... I didn't know that.
You can double on anything you want. Yep.
You pretty much only double down on 10, though.
No. You can double down, if you've got a 9 and they got a 2 showing, you would assume that there's a fucking 12. You double down... You assume you're going to get a fucking... I want to... Before I... This could be my thing. No, 2... Yeah. Okay. So if they're showing a 3, 4, 5, or 6, you would double if you had a 9. Jesus. But otherwise, yeah, you would just hit.
All right.
So the 2, I don't know why you don't double on a 2, but it's literally the only one. Because like a 10 or 11, you double on it because you would hope for a 20 or 21. But what about splitting? Do you know the rules for splitting?
I don't know the rules for split. I just know that like if it's in your favor, like the dealer is showing like a 6 or to 2, that, and you're showing or you have like higher pair split, or like 10, 9, or 8, you would split those because you're more likely to get 2 18s. They're more likely to bust.
There you go. So aces and 8s, you always split. No matter what the fuck comes out, you get 2 aces, you get 2 8s. You're splitting it.
All right.
Which that one, like the 8s, dude, I split 8s once, fucking 4 times. In a hand, and it's
so you got 8s, and then you got 8 8 8 8.
No, I think I got 8 8. So I started with 8s, and then I got another 8, and then a 2. So that puts me at a 10, and they were showing like a 6 or something. So I had to double that too. So double that. I think I got like a 17 or something on that. But I mean, after you double, you're done.
Yeah.
And then I split that 8. Got another 8 on that, and I'm like, what the fuck? Because you keep having to put money up.
Yeah.
So, and by this time, when that happens, you get a crowd of people.
Yeah.
Like, people know when 8s are getting split like nothing else, dude. So I fucking, and I think I hit on all of them, but maybe one. But at that point, I'm like, I just made $400 or whatever the fuck it was, because my bet was already up there. I think that's why I was mad. I was betting $25 hands.
Yeah.
Which... you don't think how quickly that goes.
Oh, yeah.
But fucking, oh my God. I'm like, that's $100. That was $100. That was another $100.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, dude, so fucking quick.
Especially if you're doing 300, $25, that's 10% of
your
whole
money. Yeah.
It's crazy how fast that goes.
And that's the max bet I would do. I would go higher with it. If there was one time they call it chasing your losses, where you're trying to fucking just win it back.
Yeah.
And man, that's really where you feel the addiction side of it like kick in. Because watching this dealer look at me and go, "You don't want to keep playing," and I'm like, "Yeah, another one." Okay, right. And literally she took everything that I had. I'm like, oh no. Oh, because I was up. I think I was up like 800 because I was betting $50 hands, and then that was probably a similar, like, I had to double or a split, and it didn't go my way. Yeah. So it's like, oh, there goes $200. Yeah. Well, I just made 200 so quick. I can make another 200. Yeah. Oh, there that goes. Fuck me.
I'm down half of that 800.
Yeah. And then at that point, you're just mad.
Yeah.
And then the anger sets in, and you're like, well, fuck it. If I can't have that 800, I'm not having any of it. Yeah. And then once you get to 0, you're like, why did I do that?
I could have walked away.
Yeah. It's such a bad feeling.
It's terrible.
And winning isn't even that great, like, compared to it. Like,
yeah. Well, because I always say gambling feels like you're going to the dealer. Like, it's that feeling. Like, that's the feeling you like.
Yeah.
A drug addict doesn't like the getting
drug.
high.
Yeah. No. The warm up, the amp up to it.
We like getting the drugs.
Yep. Fucking, did you read Norm Macdonald's book?
No.
It's really good, but he's just a horrible gambler. He's got a line in there where he like kind of breaks it down. He's like, you're not addicted to the wins or the losses, anything like that. When the fucking dice are in the air, he's like, that fucking fraction of a second is because it's just hope. It's everything could be in that. It's nothing could be in that. It's so fucking intoxicating. Yeah, man. When I was getting these out, dude, I was shaking. I'm like, oh, I'm so happy I get to talk about this for an hour.
The real hard thing is going to be driving to Pennsylvania tonight and not just going to parks.
I'm so good well, okay. So, I just took money out of my 401k. Which is the most adult thing I've ever done.
I've cashed out an entire 401k.
Oh, man, I was looking at it. I'm like, I could have fucking $16,000 right now.
You know what's crazy?
I didn't. I only took 4.
Not.
I still have 2. I have 2 left, and it wasn't that long ago that I took the 4 out. Oh, fuck me.
The real sad part is when you realize you have to pay taxes on it.
It's earned income. Yeah, I know.
It's like, oh.
Yeah.
Because it's like months later, your bad decision coming back and being like, hey, remember?
Mm-hmm. Sure do. So I'm working a real job now, so I'm actually paying into taxes. So I'm like, hopefully that'll cover it. But if not, I'll have the money left over from the 401k to pay. Wouldn't that be a bitch if I have to pay? If I pay for my 401k with my 401k money?
That's awful.
Yeah.
Man. So you ever take out a payday loan?
Never. No, I call my mom. She's my payday loan.
Use your mom, Montel Williams.
Yeah. JG Wentworth, baby. That bitch. Yeah.
I did payday loans and
Probably for good things, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Paying bills and stuff and
Paying drug dealers.
yeah, bills and stuff.
Yeah. But years later, I got a check in the mail out of nowhere.
Okay.
Apparently, there was some lawsuit that I somehow agreed to be in.
Hell yeah.
That is, I just did 2 payday loans. I think it was something like I got $200 that I had to pay $500 for.
What?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I got the check from them for $700.
Oh.
Everything over what I paid on that money.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, this is the best day ever. I was like, see, it was a smart decision.
That's fucking awful, dude.
Yeah. I was in Vermont once. Just like needed no gas to get back home. Just needed I did a payday loan. And man, when it hit my account, I knew I could get drugs, so immediately I cut my trip short. I was like, I'm just gonna go,
Yeah, just my dogs are barking. Oh no. Yeah, I'm grateful that any addiction stuff I've had has never progressed to that point.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why it didn't. There was just I'm just better than you. No, I really don't know. I really don't fucking know because I've got dead friends from that shit.
Well,
look at us.
Yeah. But I don't know that I don't know that I even because there's people who are way worse than I was.
Sure, obviously. Yeah.
So I don't know what causes one person to go this deep and another person to go that deep. Yeah. I don't think there's really a rhyme or a reason to it. Yeah. I think that's I think some of us are better at counting the odds.
And if that's not something to rest on, I don't know what. I just love I love that gambling's one of those things that it's bad and it's evil. It's also been around forever.
Yeah.
Forever, ever.
Yeah.
So much to the point that it can change how you think and you can rewire your brain and shit. And it's games. It's crazy to me that something as innocent as a little card game can get fucking amped up to the degree of World Series of Poker or fucking assigning a numerical value to a card. That's schizophrenic shit. Yeah. You can't. That's insane.
Yeah. But it also it's interesting to me the games that seem the most fair, where there's any outcome is possible.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that catch on.
Yeah.
It needs that because you can create a game that's obviously rigged and you'll always lose. But with cards or poker, the fact that you don't know what that next card is.
Yeah, but you do know what it could be.
Yeah.
You know, it is finite. It's within like this realm that we're working with. Yeah. No, I do. I love it. And it's not the same pull that like a drug has. Like for me, anyways. I'm sure for some people it was horrible. Like watching my dad play scratch offs was just entertainment. Because he'd get mad, he'd get happy, like whatever the fuck. It's just entertainment to me. And then now that I've done it, like sports gambling, like I've done it, but like that's to me that's like a crack or like a coke. Like that's like fucking too quick and whatever the fuck. Like
and dirty and
you know.
At least with like cards, like poker, blackjack,
you gotta go there.
Yeah, and also you're somewhat in control.
There's some skill. There is the illusion of control. Yeah. You're based on my decisions have an effect on my outcome. Yeah. Which I like. Yeah, I like control. Yeah. if I can control it, fuck yeah.
Yeah, because you bet on the Knicks and then some guy gets hurt and then you're like,
what the fuck?
What the fuck? Yeah.
And now there's a conspiracy. It's like, so somebody did that, and like, dude, no, my brain would go fucking nuts with that shit.
Yeah.
No, I love it.
That's what I'm going to start betting on presidential elections.
That's a good idea.
Local elections,
There you go. Cool.
And then I'm going to do write-in ballots.
Uh-huh. Just write in Tim Rager 500 times.
I don't think I would win.
Why not? Not with that attitude. You certainly won't.
Not with my opinions on gay marriage.
In Jersey, I think you'd be fine.
I become king of South Jersey.
You'll get those queers out of here. I went Philly. I apologize. I've been there too long.
Yeah.
Been there too long. Do you want to play a couple hands?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Fix the camera, do that thing?
We'll do a little fixing.
And then, we'll test your knowledge.
Yeah.
Test your might. Yeah, I did. Suck. Okay.
All right.
So, what's the count that we got right here showing?
All right. Face cards are negative, right?
Correct.
Three. -3.
Hang on. That's incorrect, I think. But I just want to say...
Oh, wait. What is a 9?
A 9 is neutral.
9 is neutral.
Yeah.
Ugh. And 5 is negative, right?
Plus.
5 is
positive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So D2, that's a 0, because 1 and -1 makes
that's
a
an
0.
interesting way to do it.
Yeah, there you go. And then that's a minus. So D2, D3, D4. So, hooray, congratulations, you won your blackjack. What would this guy do? He's got that's a soft 16 showing against an ace. And I already checked, this is not a blackjack.
All right. Soft 16, you have to hit.
You don't, I mean, you could do whatever you want, but you would probably want to hit that. And that's now a 12. That's a 13.
And it's neutral, so it stays the same.
Correct.
In the count.
Yep. So we're at a what? I didn't keep it on my hands. I usually keep it on my hands. Like D2, D3, D4. So we're at a D4.
D4. So you're 16.
So 13.
You'd still hit.
Imagine doing this.
Yeah, no, this is already way too
super
much.
frustrating and like fucking dude. And people are like, come on.
I would be like one hand in and be like,
people making hand motions for you. Oh, dude, that's the worst.
Be one hand in and be like, you know what? I'm just gonna play.
I've done that. I've definitely just given up. Okay, so we're at a D4. That's a 13. Got to hit it again. Pooh, 20, baby. I don't know why I'm getting excited. It's not. There's not money on the line, asshole.
You're just gonna collect my equipment. I got 3 lights on.
You want to hear something? I would play like practice with my girlfriend, and we'd do this, and like at the end, I'd be like, "Yeah, so you do owe me." A couple times. She's like, "Really?" I'm like, "No, but." Up here, I'm keeping track. Like that was like $200.
We
we're
stay
at a D4.
At 4.
That's done.
Yeah, and the 20 you're going to stay.
19 we're going to stay. Okay, so then we flip her over. That's a soft 17. Depending on the table, you're supposed they make them stand on a soft 17, but every place I've been to makes them hit. So, boom, now it's a 17. Hooray, everybody at the table wins. Yay. We're at a D, was it 4? 6 showed up, puts us at a 3. And now we're back to 4 because that 10 showed up.
Yeah.
So we're at D4 after the first hand. And we are technically, right now, because I use the 2 decks, we're playing double deck.
All right.
So the like the positive and negatives aren't going to be as high. So like you technically be like dividing by like a quarter of a deck or a half a deck. I've never been that good at fractions, so I'm like, if I get positives or anything at at this, I'm down with it.
Yeah.
But like so they would have like a discard pile, and like you'd kind of like, okay, that looks like about half a deck. Like it's literally that kind of guesstimation. Yeah. It's fucking nuts. Here we go again.
So D4.
Come on, monkey. All right. D4. Now we're at a D2, D4. You're at D4 still.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. What are we doing on that first hand?
This is your concern. This is the first
yes,
hand?
Yeah. Closest
15 against an 8, you got to hit.
Hit it. Oh.
Stay at 18. Most likely.
Now we're at a D3. Yep. Nope. Anything. Yeah. So anytime you get over 17, you're done.
Yeah.
You stop hitting.
All right, so showing an 8 against the 18, you got to hit. Mm-hmm. You're not going to double, or not going to, what is it called when you only get one card?
Double down.
Double down?
Yep.
Yeah.
Not one double. So now we're at a 15. We're still at a, you added a finger. 7 is neutral. Yeah.
7, all right. So we're at D3 at a 15, you got to hit.
Yep. And we busted.
Busted, but also we got a neutral, so we're staying.
So it ain't bad, exactly.
20.
Yep.
Against the 18, you could split.
You would make everybody very mad at the table,
yes.
And it is also not imperfect strategy to split 10s. You never want to split 10s.
Really?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's no unless so that's when you get into like the nitty-gritty of once you get to a higher or a lower count, your structure changes of how you're supposed to play. That's like 102 stuff.
Yeah,
we can't do that today.
But I can't do this.
I was horrible. Like, what do I do now? Fuck, it's getting good. I just play really good now. But okay, so we're still at a D3.
D3.
Leaving that as it is.
Yeah.
We're at an 18. Back to D4.
All right, because the 8 showed up.
Because the 8 showed up, which the 8 does nothing to us. It's still neutral. But then that fucking king brings us back down. D4, starting off.
4, neutral.
Ooh. We got a 9. D4.
I'm at D1.
1. They're correct. That's what I got too. D1. See?
You won the first hand. You got a 10 here, showing against
a 9, possible 19.
That you just hit.
That I think. I want to check my sheet here. I believe we double down.
Ooh, double down
on a 10. 10 against a 9. 10 against a 9 is the last one that you double down on. So if it was a 10 showing or an ace, we wouldn't. But you would double down, would be the move.
Double down. So that's when you get one card. You want it face up or face down?
I fucking hate when they ask for face down, because if it's face down, I can't count the fucking thing until the end. So I always go, no, show me the card. Show me the fucking card.
So 6 is a neutral.
6 is not neutral. 6
is
positive. So we're at 0 now.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah, feeling good.
Yeah, we're getting good.
Getting better.
Getting good into
getting
the good.
warmer. Yeah. So that's a 16. Can't do anything with it. Yeah. Soft 16 against a 9. What would you do with that? I'm pretty sure I know what it is.
It hit.
So yes, you do. Yep. You just hit. So that gives us neutral. Oh God. 12, 13 again, right? 5 and 5, 6, 7, 8. No, 14.
14.
14 on a 9. We're at 0.
Hit. All right. Oh, wait, hold on. Because the 8 came as neutral. 2. So now
positive.
we're positive.
And that's, what do we have? 14, 15, 16. So basic strategy says you're supposed to hit that again.
But see, this is the thing that I don't get. If you're positive, that means you have a higher possibility of getting a face card.
Correct. But remember, this positive, this is a running count. So divide this 1 by the amount of decks remaining here.
All right.
Or the amount of quarter decks or half decks, whatever the fuck the thing is. So that's not a real 1.
Yes. All right. So, I mean, you got to hit.
Gotta hit it. Come on. So we're at a 2.
2.
So and that's a 19.
See, here, I personally, I would stay.
As you're supposed to.
Yeah, because you're
over 17.
Yeah.
Yep. So we're at a positive 2. Fuck yeah, that's awesome. Now an 8 on a 9. What do we do?
8 on a 9. You got to hit.
Mm-hmm. So now, we're back down 1 from that. But that puts us at a soft 18? No, a soft 19.
Soft 19.
What would you do with that?
Oh, wait, so we're down. All right, I went the wrong way.
Yep.
Personally, I would stay, but I know it's soft, so most people would hit.
I think with the softs, you can go either way with it. Until you get, where is it? To 7s. So once you hit a soft 18, that's when you start giving up. So you're at a soft 19. There's no... all those red S's mean never fucking hit. So you're done. You got a soft 19. That's about as good as you can fucking get.
All right.
So we're happy with that. We're at a positive 2.
Of course.
And a goddamn 19. You fucking push. So we're at a 1 right now.
I think this was a push. Too.
Push. And then you lose on your double, sir. I apologize. Better luck next time.
All right. All right, so this is our last hand.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay. All right. Do you have any, like, because I know, like, some people are like last hand that, like, I always bet $50 on.
Oh, sure.
So obviously this doesn't go into the counting.
Yeah.
Although
no, 100%.
We're at a positive 2.
Positive
now.
2. Okay. I would, depending on how much money I had. Oh, see? Look at these faces coming out. So we're at a 2, 0, 1. We're at a 0 again.
Oh, wait. What is 6 again?
Positive. So
6
this one
positive.
neutralizes.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, so now we're at...
We're at nothing. We're at 0.
This is so hard to do. So there are... I'm glad this hand came out, though, because there are a lot of interesting options here. Because when you're at this hand with 2 10s against a 5, what
you would do...
split.
Which I don't think you can split. I think they have to be the same card, I believe. Like, they'd have to be... Like, it can't be a king and a queen. It can't be a... Yeah.
But
so if that was a 10 and a 10, you would want to split that?
Yeah. But, all right, so then stay. I would even stay on the 16 against the 15.
Because they have to take another card.
Yes.
So, flip that. They got a soft 16. Now it's a...
Oh, wait, so ace we went... So now we're negative
down.
1. Now we're
at
negative
0 because that means nothing.
Yeah.
So 10, 15, and then they busted, and everybody's a goddamn winner. But we saw through that the fluctuation of what the higher count does.
Yeah.
And it's when you don't have that many cards, the big ones come out.
Yeah.
You know?
Because we were at +2 or 2 when that hand was dealt.
Yeah.
And then we got...
And then it zeroed it out.
Yeah.
So that's fucking always how it goes.
Yeah.
Like you get up a little bit and then they clears it right back down to nothing or less than nothing. So like your chance to hit it, it's not very big. But now I'd say if you could if you could go to a casino and just like hang out at a table and like kind of just play and like be able to like keep the running count or whatever without like fucking like. I think you learned how to count cards today.
I think I did too.
I think you did a really good job. You knew way more than I thought you would.
I wouldn't be able to keep up with the speed of a table.
So that's the beauty. That's the beauty of it, because they can't move on until you make a move.
Yeah.
So you can slow that motherfucker down all you want.
Can you also pull out a calculator?
I've seen people pull this chart out.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. They're like, oh, let me see here, like thinking that they're getting something over on the casino, and they're like, yeah. Or you can ask the dealer. Like some of the dealers, because they do play blackjack all fucking day long.
Yeah.
They'll go, oh, what should I do on this? And they're like, oh, strategy says to do this.
Yeah.
So like they're, because in the end, the dealer wants you to be happy.
Yeah.
So you're not a fucking asshole.
Because most people, if they're happy, they tip.
I don't know why you're bringing that up.
But I think I learned a lot.
I think that was good, right?
Yeah,
It filled the time? Yeah, we're good?
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
We're golden.
Fuck yeah, man.
All right. Seth, you are an amazing comedian. You're not just a complete degenerate.
Yeah.
Give the people the plugs they want.
Yeah.
Where are you going to be?
Well, funny you should mention. Tonight, which isn't tonight for when this is coming out, we are both going to be in New Hope.
Next week.
Next week when, do you think? I just want to know.
I do Wednesdays.
Wednesdays. So, my next place you could come out to see me. Oh, I'll be at Soul Joel's doing the Best in the Burbs competition on May 9th. Do you love Soul Joel's?
Yeah.
Cool. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I've
never been there?
I went there once when it was the tent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only time I've ever been there.
The only stage I've ever done was the tent. It was a good time.
Oh, hell yeah, man. But I got that on the 9th. 17th, I got a roast battle, roasting Raph Hernandez, another very funny comedian in Emmaus. And then to end out May, I am doing a 30-minute set in McGraw, New York. Ooh. Yeah, Mike Peters has got me up there. So it's going to be fun. It'll be a fun time. Yeah, going to see some family, some friends from back home. So hopefully, if you're back home, come check me out.
Yeah,
it'll be a lot of fun.
Mike Peters will be there.
He will be there.
So you'll get laughs if
I might.
I'll be headlining Uncle Vinny's June 26th. Come out. I'm trying to plan some fun stuff.
That's what you had? All right.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Well, people know I'll deliver on the comedy.
Okay.
I'm going to bomb so bad now.
I can't wait. You're headlining that?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, buddy. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Winning competitions will finally get you something.
Yeah. All right, thank you guys. Go count cards. Tim's kind of dumb. Let's help him get smart. It's time to teach Tim stuff.
We should make out.
Well, it's just like...
cards.